So how exactly does reality work? If you understand how reality works, how your world works, then manifesting becomes incredibly simple and easy. Very straightforward. You won't have to watch a million videos about this manifestation technique. You don't need to understand all of the hyper academic, intellectual sounding jargon and explanations for manifestation, how to make manifestation work faster. Its manifestation is very simple. It's also automatic. You're already doing it. Everything that you've ever experienced in your life, every aspect of reality that you have interacted with has been manifested by you. So don't worry, you're already a professional manifester. You actually can't stop yourself from manifesting. So long as you are conscious, you will continue to manifest at all times. Everything you experience is a manifestation. And so the real question is, how do I control my manifestation abilities? How do I influence what I manifest? And in order to do that, you must understand how reality works. Now, there are plenty of videos on YouTube of people explaining the science of manifestation, because this is a science. This is metaphysics. This is not magic. This is not wishful thinking. It's literally as real. The laws that govern metaphysics, the laws that govern manifestation, the law of assumption, the law of attraction are as real as the laws of physics that govern our third dimensional world, such as gravity and et cetera, et cetera. You know, you get what I'm trying to say. And so there are people who go into the nitty gritty. Fuck that. I'm going to explain it to you in a way that makes it incredibly simple and will allow you to manipulate your reality as much as you want. Will you go and be able to give a lecture or a seminar on the intricacies of the difference between the subconscious and the conscious, and how the subconscious is what is actively shaping your reality, and that the conscious mind isn't what actively shapes your reality, but you use your conscious mind to reprogram the subconscious, blah, blah, blah. That's a lot of the shit you'll hear from all the various people, and there is a place for that, and I appreciate that information, but in all reality, I find that it can be a bit confusing. It's like when you go and apply and you get a new job, and you have to go and sit down in front of the computer and go through all the technical bullshit, when you and I both know that that's not really where you learn how to do the job. You learn how to do the job by getting hands-on experience, and when the hands-on shit is being explained to you, it's usually being explained to you by somebody who already understands it and is seeing success doing it or using it, and that would be me in this situation. Go check out my reaction channel, Young Don Reacts. Right now, I mean, literally when I started this spiritual channel, which is like 2 weeks ago, I was averaging less than 10,000 views a reaction. Now I'm averaging over 20,000, with several videos cracking 30, 40, 50,000 views. All of that is a product of my manifestation, my energy being consistent and concentrated in the direction I want it to go. And so my life continues to yield external circumstances which reflect my internal state, which is one of peace. I'm not actively manifesting a successful YouTube channel. I don't think about my YouTube channel. I focus on peace, and in doing so, I manifest a successful life. And so that's what I mainly preach on my channel. But there is nothing wrong with trying to manifest specific things. It does work, it is possible, but me, I like easy shit. I like keeping shit simple and easy, and I like killing as many birds as I can with one stone. Maybe in the future, I might focus my manifestation abilities on specific things, but right now, I'm just manifesting a peaceful, happy life that is just reflective of someone who is happy, grateful, at peace, happy. I keep saying happy because, bro, I'm so fucking happy, dude, just with my life in general. Okay, all right, so how does it work? Very simple. Your reality works exactly like the YouTube algorithm, like a social media algorithm. If YouTube suggests to you a video about cats and you scroll past it, what happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What happens next? You go to the next video. What YouTube is less likely to suggest another video about cats. If it suggests another video again and you scroll past that one, YouTube's like, okay, fuck this. This guy has no interest in watching anything about cats and will no longer suggest it to you. However, if it suggested that video about cats and you clicked on it, now YouTube's like, okay, this guy's kind of interested in cats. If you watch a few seconds, then click off, YouTube is like, okay, he's into cats, but maybe this cat video wasn't what he was feeling. And so it will suggest more to you, but not that many. If you watch it and you watch a good amount of it, YouTube's like, oh, this guy for sure likes cats, and he might even like cat videos just like this. We'll suggest more cat videos and even more cat videos from this channel. If you watch it all the way through, even going past the ads, then YouTube's like, this nigga loves fucking cats. He loves this specific channel. And then you're just going to be fed a plethora of videos about cats, especially from that channel. And if you continue to click on cat videos before long, your entire feed will be fucking cats, bro. And that is how the universe works. Wherever you focus your energy, the universe gives you more of it. And if you focus your energy, so let's try and apply that metaphor to a real life situation. All right, let's do a negative, because we all have plenty of experiences with negative situations, because most of us, for the majority of our lives, have been negative. We live in a negative world, a world that promotes a lot of negativity. And when you live in an unconscious way, you're always reacting to the present external circumstances. And that just lends itself to breeding a negative mindset. We can dive deeper into that in a future video as to why that is, but it is the case. So let's go with a negative example. Okay, so your girl says something to you. You have a girlfriend and she says something to you that's a little slick, a little rude, a little inconsiderate, whatever. Let's go through all the different levels I just showed you. You completely ignore it. She says something slick to you and you completely ignore it. You use one of the many techniques that are available to you to refocus your energy and your attention to something else, to not feed into that at all. You know what's going to happen? That experience is going to die. Many of you who have girlfriends have experienced this. Your girl says some slick shit to you. She knows she said some slick shit to you, and you just ignore it. You ignore it and you go about your business as usual. She might put a little distance between y'all, keep shit a little quiet, maybe even give you the cold shoulder. You're ignoring all of that. Give it a few hours, she's gonna come around to you all like, hi, I'm sorry, da 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 da, I wasn't feeling okay. Boom, right? So that's the equivalent of you swiping past the cat video. You didn't even click on that shit. Now, let's say you click on that shit and you watch it for a little bit. That's you engaging in the attitude, having an argument for maybe a minute or two, and then you're like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you later. Don't even bother. I ain't even trying to hear all that. What happens then? Well, your girl is going to go through the exact same process as before, but one, it's probably gonna take her longer before she comes and tries to make amends. And two, she might be a little bit more, she might try a little bit harder to get under your skin again. She might bring something up. You might say, nah, fuck this, I ain't really trying to talk about all this right now. Go walk away. Where are you going? Where are you going? No, so you're just gonna walk away from me? That's you clicked on the video, you watched a little bit of it, then you clicked off, and then the universe is like, it seems like he's interested in this. Let's try again. And so it will suggest another video, but maybe from a different channel. That's her coming at you from a different angle, a different approach, bringing up old shit, whatever, trying to get you to re-engage, seeing if you'll take the bait. Okay, what is you clicking on it and then watching the video halfway through. That's the equivalent of you falling for the bait the first time, you get into a heated argument, y'all are talking, y'all are saying shit to each other, and now it's a fight. It's a fight. And you know, those are the fights that lead to you not making up till maybe even the next day. She's not coming to apologize. Now, you've probably, out of anger and frustration, said shit to her that now you gotta apologize for. And then the last one, which is the one where you watch it all the way through, even enduring past the mid-roll ads on the YouTube video, the equivalent of that is y'all are fucking fighting and all of these things are happening around that should pull your attention away. Maybe something good happens over there, kids are crying, fucking, you got work to do. Fuck all of that. Ignore all of that. I'm locked into fighting with this chick right now. And then, of course, the end result of that is even worse. And you'll probably end up doing something that is going to ensure more fights in the near future. Now, unlike the YouTube algorithm, however, life is not compartmentalized. The language of the universe is energy. Had to let that thunder pass. The language of the universe is energy. The universe isn't just going to now feed you more of what you've just experienced, what you've just given your attention to, poured your energy into with your girl. It's actually going to affect every area of your life. So that negativity that you're having with your girl is actually going to manifest itself in negativity in every other aspect of your life. This is why people who are incredibly stressed about work or about their relationships with somebody or something else will also get sick. So their biology is affected. They haven't changed their diet, they haven't changed their lifestyle. They weren't sick for the past few weeks or even a few months. They get into this incredibly stressful situation, they get sick. Now, of course, there's a biological explanation for that, the rising in the cortisol, the lowering of your immune system. Cortisol literally suppresses your immune system, but you have to realize that all of these experiences, these phenomena happening in your body on a biological level, these are just the physical manifestations of what is happening on a spiritual level. These two things are intertwined. So that's the spiritual underlying cause of the physical phenomena. But notice the point I'm making here is how this situation going on at work or with your family can actually make you physiologically sick. So when it comes to energy, the world is not compartmentalized. That's why being positive in general, but exercising positivity with this person over here can lead to blessings in an area that is completely unrelated to that situation over there. And that is what people describe as karma. But it's not like the universe is keeping score and saying, oh, well, you did this nice thing, this generous thing for this person over here, so let's give you some good fortune over here. No. It's just you're being positive in general, and that positivity that you aimed over here is going to, again, the universe gives you what you are, you give out positivity comes back to you, but it comes back in all directions. It's not going to say, oh, because you gave somebody money over here, you have to receive money. It'll just give you that positivity, and that positivity can come in a variety of forms. This is why I say focus on peace, because if you just focus on maintaining an energetic state of peace, the world will give you peace in all directions, with your career, with your health, with your friends and family. Shit, even with your car not breaking down. In every direction, the external will reflect your internal state of peace. And so that is how the universe works. It works just like a social media algorithm. And the language of the universe, how you speak to the universe, is through feelings. That's what's important. That's what matters. Now, feelings are triggered by thoughts and ideas. So your thoughts do matter. But this is why people won't have a lot of success with affirmations, because they are trying to control their reality with just thoughts, but they're not engaged in the feeling aspect of it. Wait on that thunder. They're not engaging the feeling aspect of it. And so they're walking around feeling like shit, telling themselves they're a loser, reminding themselves how they're broke, how they're sick, but they, in their head, 100 times a day say, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. They have this thought, but it's not connected to the feeling. And so it's your feelings that are incredibly important. It's your feelings that you need to control. And so, like we've spoken about in previous videos, you cannot stop yourself from having negative thoughts, right? Because you aren't causing yourself to have negative thoughts. You're not asking the negative thoughts to arise. There is a negative feedback loop mechanism that is causing that to occur. And you have all this negative energetic momentum that is coming from your past unconscious state that is causing those to arise within you. And it's just going to take time and practice and conscious effort in order to make the right decisions to de-energize that negative momentum that is coming from your past, and thus the negative thoughts will reduce, they will lose their potency and eventually disappear completely. But you're going to have negative thoughts. And so there are various techniques you can use in order to quell the negative thoughts. And of course, the negative thoughts, the reason why negative thoughts are issues is because they can cause negative feelings. And unconscious people typically dwell on those negative feelings, which is the equivalent of what? Watching the YouTube video all the way through the end. Watching a large amount of the YouTube video, you're going to get more of that from the universe. And so what you need to become very good at is just monitoring your emotions. Emotion is just energy in motion. If you want to watch your energy, if you want to know where your energy is, observe your emotional state. If you feel happy, then you're in an energetic state of happiness. If you feel at peace, you're in an energetic state of peace. If you feel ashamed, sad, guilty, despair, you're in that lower energetic state. You're at that lower frequency. And the universe just reflects to you your energetic frequency. And so if you're mostly in a positive energetic state, your experience of the universe will be mostly positive. The beautiful thing about energy as well is that it compounds with time. It grows exponentially. It picks up momentum. This is why people's lives get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse until they die. And winners, their lives get better and better and better and better and better until they die. And so we want to be on the side of the winners. We want to be on the side of people whose lives just keep getting better and keeps aging like fine wine. And that's very easy to do. It just requires a little bit of conscious effort. So, okay, I want to share with you the latest technique that the universe has gifted me in regulating or controlling your emotions. This shit, I haven't read it in a book. I didn't watch it in a YouTube video. It is just yet another product of me being in an energetic state of peace. As I've said to you before, when you're in an energetic state, regardless of whatever that state is, the universe will gift you and give you things and cause experiences within your life that further encourage that energetic state to continue and to amplify. And so that's why an evil person, a person who is in a state of anger and violence, becomes more angry and more violent over time. They concoct ideas and ways in which to exercise that anger and violence in more powerful ways. It doesn't matter. Sad people find ways to become more depressed. Happy people find ways and have experiences that cause them to become more happy and more joyous. And the same is for those people who are peaceful. Now, in reality is, though, most people are all over the place. A lot of people are kind of all over the place, but we are focusing and concentrating, and that's how you don't have a regular average life and have an amazing, abundant, impressive life and do really impressive shit, because you just get so dialed in and focused like a laser. So here's the technique. It is smiling. Now, I did mention in the previous video that smiling is a way to generate happiness, a happy frequency within you. And I think we all know that smiling makes you feel better to some degree. Many of you may have even heard the idea that you can cause yourself to feel better by just smiling, right? Go and look in the mirror and smiling. And so I've known about this for a long time, but the universe gave me an idea. It inspired this technique, and I've been using it, and it is fucking life-changing. So here's what you do. Whenever a negative thought arises within you, I want you to smile. Now, maybe this won't work for you. The universe gifted this to me, and so it was meant for me. Of course, I'm sure it would work for a lot of other people. I don't know if it will work for every single person, though. So all you can do is try it out. But I think it probably will work for most people, if not all people. Whenever a negative thought arises within you, you're going to smile. Now, you're not going to put on this big old cheesy, like walking around, it's not that. You're also not doing it for other people. The smile that I do is very subtle, very small. Just a slight, turning up the corners of my mouth. It's probably the same kind of smile you do when you're watching a video on your phone and or someone shoots you a text. You know what smile it is? It's a smile when a girl you like texts you some shit for the first time that gives you verification that she really feeling you, and you're just looking on your phone and smiling, and if one of your boys sees you, they're like, nigga, what you smiling at? And you didn't even realize you were smiling. It's that kind of smile. It's not a big cheese. It's like just a gentle, anytime you have a negative thought, do that. And you know what that does? I've noticed. It is like pulling the emergency handbrake. This is how it works in my experience, in my reality. It's like pulling the handbrake because the two things are not computing. You have this negative thought arise within you, but you're smiling. And it's almost as if your brain, your being, your soul, your spirit is like, whoa, what are you smiling about? So it's like an error code gets thrown, and then your brain instantly, if you hold a smile, starts looking for shit to smile about. And so what it forced me to do, again, this just completely came on its own. It forced me to look for something in my present situation that is worth smiling about. And so it completely stops the negative thought and throws you into gratitude, a state of gratitude. It is so powerful. And what I've noticed, one, it's a great way to keep track of how many little negative thoughts pop up in your head. It's on a daily basis. It's probably a lot more than you realize. But just anytime you catch yourself going down even the slightest amount of negativity, I'm talking about, it could be you were trying to catch the light and it hit the red. You know what I'm saying? You're late going somewhere and you were trying to catch the light and it turned red and you're like, man, why this person drive so slow in front of me? Like, that thought pops up into your mind, which is a state of impatience, a state of lack, a state of scarcity. It's a lower frequency, energetic frequency. It's a bad emotion, right? And by bad, I just mean it's a lower frequency. You don't want more shit that is of that nature manifesting in your life. You don't want more getting hit with the red light, but in different forms popping up in your life. And that's what you're doing when you feed into that energy. Now, of course, that brief moment won't necessarily cause it, but it's the accumulation and momentum that gets built up over time with events like that. And so what happens is that pops up, smile. Can't smile about running late and hitting the red light, man. But I'm fortunate to, whatever it is you're going to work, man. I'm real lucky though to have a job. There are a lot of people who don't have a job, and I get paid well at my job. Or, I'm glad I have this car. A lot of people have to drive. A lot of people have to walk to where they're trying to go. I'm so fortunate I live in the first world, or even a developing country like the Caribbean islands and many of the countries in Africa and South America. You don't live in abject poverty where a car is seen as a super luxury. You'll find something, even if it's not related to the car or the situation. Shit, I'm healthy, man. I'm healthy. I feel good. I feel rested. I'm not sick. You will find something in your present moment to be thankful for. Instantly raising your frequency, killing that negative emotion, killing that negative energy, and then just piling on to the accumulation of the positive emotions and the positive energy. As I said in my previous video, this supercharges your manifestations. Supercharges it. Gratitude is a manifestation supercharger. And so with this, you don't have to keep a gratitude journal. You don't have to say, okay, I'm going to take 10 minutes every day and just write down what I'm grateful for. Hey, it's like it forces it to happen. It's like people who work manual labor. They don't have to consciously set aside time to go exercise, because just a part of their lifestyle, in this situation, their job, the way how they move throughout life, they get their 10,000 steps every day. Well, by encouraging this reflex in how you walk through life, a negative thought of any kind pops up, you do your little smile, it's going to force you to practice gratitude. And so you won't even have to think about practicing gratitude. It will just be an automatic response. And I promise you, this works immediately. You're going to be like, holy fucking shit. It was that easy to stop negative thoughts dead in their tracks. It was that easy. And something that I've noticed after doing this for several days, because this is a revelation, this technique only came to me recently, and it's so powerful. Of course, I've been practicing this consciousness shit holistically for several months now, and have radically transformed my life in just a few months. However, this technique came to me recently. It feels like a gift from the universe. It's OP, bro. It's so fucking OP. It's crazy. And yeah, man. And I find myself smiling more. In fact, if you go and watch my previous spiritual videos, I've probably smiled more already in this one video than I have in all my other previous videos combined. And it wasn't because I was unhappy. I've been in a state of peace for months now. But I'm becoming more happy because, again, your energy compounds and the momentum builds over time. And so you get to the end of the fucking road of this shit. You do this consistently for months upon months or years upon years. You become this. I see why, you know what I'm saying, the stories of people like the Buddha and Jesus, they evolve into what they have become, because these men that were so dialed in to this understanding, you get to a point where you are walking around and people feel like a godlike, peaceful, just joyous, happy, unbothered aura about you. And it's not an act, it's not a facade, it's very real. I am so excited for where it's almost scary. It's almost scary. Anyway, so give that a shot. That's how the universe works. Whatever you feed your attention into, particularly your energized attention, and you know how much energy you've put into your thought or attention based on how strong the emotions are that are associated with that thought or idea, or the emotions you have towards that situation. Smiling. Use a gentle smile. It's not for anybody else to see. Just a gentle smile in the face of a negative thought or emotion. And your brain is going to throw an error code. These two things do not compute. This negative thought, negative feeling, and this smile on your face do not compute. Your brain is going to look for something in the present moment to be grateful for, throwing you into an energetic state of gratitude, which is a very high frequency, and allows you to now refocus on the present moment, whatever else you're doing, and continuing to walk in peace. So, I hope that helps.